Hey guys, welcome back to the Hess Project. I'm John Ordalaza, and WandaVision Episode 8 is here. It's a little different than the last ones. Spoiler alert, guys, if you have not seen this episode or are not caught up with WandaVision, go do so, go watch it. It's a great show. But now we're going to talk in some nitty-gritty spoilers of Episode 8. And in this one, it's not a sitcom episode. We've caught up with the times, and we did Modern Family, The Office, Arrested Development last time, and now they're caught up with the times, and it is now just the show. It is a Marvel property, and look, at this point they've earned it. In this episode, Wanda is Agatha's prisoner in a sense. She's not behind bars or anything, but Agatha is trying to figure out how this whole bubble pocket dimension, the Hex, she wants to know how it was created. She takes Wanda on this journey across the Wanda years through Wanda's lifetime and brings her back to Sokovia with, Pietro as young kids and their parents. Her father would bring home VHS tapes. Remember those? He would bring home VHS tapes of her favorite shows that she loves or she grew up loving, obviously. And yeah, that's kind of where the trauma is built, because a big explosion happens, her parents are dead, and Pietro and Wanda are left in the rubble of their house. They see a Stark missile. Automatically, she wants to blame the man named Stark. Through this journey, you can see Agatha is trying to get Wanda comfortable with her past and trying to relive it like how she's been doing in her show, but without tampering with it, if that makes sense. Because throughout the entire show, Wanda has been creating scenarios that are just perfect scenarios, like nothing goes wrong with her and Vision's relationship in the very beginning. They have children. It's not a big deal. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing bad happening to the kids. They're safe. But what Agatha is trying to do in this episode is have Wanda relive her pain forcefully. Like, she has to endure beat for beat everything that she endured as a kid, and she can't change anything of it. She can't. She cannot change a single thing. Then we see her after her teens. She becomes a rebellion fighter. She thinks she joins Hydra, but really they just wanted to perform experiments. So she thought she was saving the world, but in reality, no, she just got manipulated by a freaking Infinity Stone. I was just confused because in this episode, we see Wanda dismantle that big gem that's part of the scepter and pulls out the Mind Stone, because that's where it's been. We saw that happen. We saw the Avengers do that in Age of Ultron. So I was just confused by, how is Wanda doing it here? Is this a vision? Did she do it and then immediately put it back together? I don't know. It was really cool seeing Hydra. I really do like that evil society-like feel that Hydra brings to some of these properties. And I wish they were more prominent, because they kind of been pushed to the side very heavily after Red Skull, Agatha takes Wanda to the Avengers headquarters, like the last memory that she had with Vision before he died first. And they're just bonding over Malcolm in the Middle, and they're talking about loved ones and how he's never really experienced loss because he's never loved anything. So you can see those are the seeds being planted for their relationship, their inevitable relationship that we see come to a very dramatic ending in Infinity War. For right now, it doesn't seem like Agatha's working for anybody, and it doesn't really seem like Wanda is being manipulated by anybody. We cut to present day after the events of Endgame, it looks like, and Wanda is just kind of depressed. She doesn't have her loved one, so she goes to Sword headquarters to look for the body because she knows he's here. Hayward lets her in, and he starts showing her the body, and she's like freaking out because it's all dismantled. They're obviously studying him, and before we saw this footage of her like storming in, right? We saw that. So, we were under the impression that she stole the body, but that's not the case. Wanda did not just up in there and steal the body. She saw the body, she went up close to the head, she kind of did a little magic on the brain, she was like, I can't feel you. She gets into a car, looks over to the passenger seat, and there's like a letter folded over, and I'm thinking, did someone bust into her car and put that there? But no, it was like plans for a house, and it said in a heart like for us to grow old together or something. V for Viz or Vision. Wanda then drops to her knees, screams, and a bunch of magic crap comes out of her, and she builds a house. Yes, Wanda has built a house because she's upset. Now, she also builds the hex. You can see it emits from her and from her magic, covers the entire Westview, which that was really cool to see her driving through Westview, seeing all the characters that we saw throughout the show. That was kind of cool. And yeah, so in this moment, she creates the hex, and you can see this yellow energy coming out of her, and it's projecting a new body for Vision. She ultimately created some form of a projection of Vision. I don't know, it comes off a little sentient because everyone's touching him and stuff, and he's very much real. That was the Vision we've been following throughout the whole show so far. Yeah, she did it. She did it. I mean, yeah, it was Agatha pulling some strings, with the weird stuff going on, but as far as we know, because it could be revealed that someone else has made Wanda do this, but as far as we know right now, Wanda did it. She is in charge, and she was covering that up the whole time. That's pretty mind-blowing, guys. But wait! I'm not going to go yet because I forgot about the last week's post-credits scene, and I'm not going to forget about this time because this one was actually cooler. The other one was, it was Pietro coming up to Monica Rambeau, and she was like, Snooper's gonna snoop. Like, that was kind of uneventful, but it was still really cool. Like, the possibility of, Pietro being more than what he's been so far. That's pretty mind-blowing. But in this one, we show the outside of the hex again, and we see Hayward and his team, and I guess they're still trying to make their way inside, so they go into, like, this, their hut or whatever the hell they're doing. You see the drone, and he's like, took us a while to put it back online or something like that. And I'm like, going through all that trouble to bring your toy drone back to life? Like, oh no, but then it freaking pans to some legs. Some mysteriously colored legs. And then it pans up the body. It is freaking Vision. Like the body that they were dismantling and towing with in the beginning of the episode we saw. The one that Wanda came up to in the Sword headquarters and wanted to take. We obviously thought that's what happened because that's what Hayward made it seem like. And that's another seed I think we should be paying attention to. Hayward presented that footage to Darcy, to Jimmy, and to Monica as if Wanda busted in there and took the body of Vision. That is not what happened. They clearly kept that under wraps because, I don't know, maybe that's going to be like the new Vision for like the new Avengers or something because this one's dead. Or this could be like a new Ultron. Who knows, guys? What did you think of WandaVision episode 8? There's just a lot to talk about. I just rambled on, and I just gotta watch it again because it was really cool. It was a really fun episode. Let me know down below, what did you think? Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and be sure to stick around, guys, because I'm doing reviews for Zack Snyder's directed films in the lead up to Justice League, his director's cut that hits HBO Max on March 18th. So, we got one episode left of WandaVision 2. One episode. And it's rumored to be almost 2 hours long. Rumored. I think we have to make it 2 hours, or at least around there, because of the fact that we got no Monica in this episode, no Jimmy, no Darcy, no projection Vision, the one that Wanda created. We didn't get any of them here. And, yeah. So, hopefully we get a nice beefy episode to cap off everything and send us right into the next Marvel property. You might want to stick around, guys, because there's always more to come.